Hey everybody, Skyheap Moss here, and I hope everyone's gonna enjoy this light I got set up for you background. That's courtesy of Lifix. It's their Bluetooth or actually Wi-Fi, I suppose. But either way, you can change the colors and the effects and stuff like that through your phone. So that's been fun to play with. So you can check that out. Yeah, but I just came here for a video here today, so I could explain to you guys. I would say how to make your music successful online and what avenues to pursue it, and how to upload it and what to do, and also just how to gain following online and stuff like that. So we're gonna go over a couple things for you here today, and hopefully you and I both can take something from this experience here. So first, I would say that it takes that you have to have you have to have your product, you have to have the music. So you just want to be sure that your music is polished and that you have everything exactly how you'd like it to be, and that it's all set up, for something that you'd be proud to listen to. And then after that, the second thing that's not the most important in the world, but it's very important to have a nice mix on that. So maybe take the music that you have and take it to your nearest audio engineer or producer person, or even just a friend who could help you out, just to have them have a fresh set of ears on there and see if there's anything that they can change around before you finalize that release. Because after it's finalized, you won't want to have to make too many updates. You can say it takes a lot of effort. Yeah, so first and foremost, the way that I see it is that you have the music, and you're going to get good impressions on the music. And if you have great music and there's no net to catch it, like I would call it, it wouldn't matter who would hear it, because they would look you up and they wouldn't find you. So the most important thing that I could possibly think of is that if somebody were to, just from a blank Google page, just to do a search with your name or your song, that yours would be among the first top listings to come up, so that if you do create a splash at a at a meeting or at a show or something like that, that people would see your music on there, or they see you under the search results, and they'd be able to pursue their interest a little bit further. So then I would say, yeah, definitely the most important thing that you're available on as many platforms as possible. Like for instance, for Skyheap Moss, when I wanted to launch, I had the YouTube channel, and then I did a Reverb Nation. There's a SoundCloud, a Bandcamp, and then I like to set up a Twitter as well. Now, me personally, I don't do Facebook. That's just because I definitely do not like Facebook. I feel like Facebook is dying, is on the way out, so you will never catch Skyheap Moss on Facebook. That's just not something that's going to happen. So then, second of all, after you have those things uploaded, another great way to make some money is you can go on YouTube and you can upload your videos there. And then obviously, I'm sure most of you know here that they give you, part of the ad rev. So if I forgot if this is still accurate now, I'll have to check. But from what I heard recently, that for every 1,000 views, and this obviously would depend on your channel, but for every 1,000 views, there's a potential of $7 in ad revenue that could be made. Now you might not even see 50% of that or a quarter of that, but at least it's free money, and it's money to be had there. So I would say once you have your music polished, you want to get it. Make sure that it's unique. See if you can pick a unique name, especially a unique band name. I just lucked out with Skyheap Moss because it's just something that I came up with, which I'll go into in later videos, and there's nothing else anywhere that I could find even remotely like it. So as soon as you type in Skyheap Moss, as I'm sure you guys know, you'll see it everywhere, and it's the first things that come up. And I didn't have to do anything for that, so that's nice, because other folks might have to really work hard to attain those rankings in the search. Yeah, I'm just losing in the search results, because then. The way that I see it, like, let's say for instance that you have your music, you have it published and everything like that, and you're happy, and you go and do a show. So, and I've been to tons of shows like this, and I thought that they could have used some improvement there. But let's say you see a show and you love it, and you're putting out a show, the fans are really, really into it. If you don't convert any of those fans to online followers or anything to remember you in the future, it's essentially a wasted show. Not a wasted show. I mean, they had a good time, and if that's the reason why you're out there, so that's definitely great. But as far as the likelihood of them coming to your next show, they might not know about it, because they might not know even who you are unless they saw you by face. But at that point, it would definitely be too late. Because how I like to think of it is, it's kind of like sort of like fishing. You have a net out there, and you just want to make as many splashes as you can, have a big of a net as you can, so that people, when they are impressed by you, or a business meeting or a show or something, a friend shows them a song like that, they can look into it. And then obviously once they're there, you want to be sure that, if possible, if you have merchandise like some t-shirts or stickers, or some music they can download, or something that they can identify with your brand, that they can then take home and try to become more like that. So that'd be them buying your things, and just getting into the vibe or the image that you're selling. And another thing, this is, I would say, the most absolutely the most important thing that you could possibly do is just be consistent. It's really hard to do. I know I failed at it at times before, but if you're going to make a video, or if you're going to have a YouTube channel or start a band or anything like that, just keep at it. Don't stop. It's impossible to lose if you keep going. If you keep pushing forward, no matter what's in front of you, no matter the size of the saber-toothed tiger or the mountain, no matter what's in front of you, you're going to cross that gap, and you're going to make it happen. You just need to keep at it. That's the hardest part about any of this, is that all of us can be successful. It's just what will stop us is that we lose interest, become discouraged, and then you stop making stuff, and then you lose all the progress that you worked so hard on. So you make your music, you be sure that there's ways for everybody to be able to find you, no matter where you are, internationally, on as many sites as possible that you align with yourself. So that way, when they do become aware of your brand, that you're able to, I guess you could say, exploit that as best as possible for as long as possible across as many platforms as possible, just to create more views, more plays, and just more excitement concerning your media. So the last thing I want to say to you guys is just, it's so important just to believe in yourself and just to love yourself and really believe in what you're doing, because otherwise nobody else is going to believe in it, because you've got to be your biggest advocate and biggest salesperson. But just try to stay away as much as you can from thoughts like, I can't do it, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, that person is much better, that person has this, that person has that, because they all started as you. And this is something I'd like to quote from an MGK song. I forgot the exact song, and I appreciate it, bro. It's like, because you know that motherfucker in that Ford Taurus could be the next motherfucker in that new Porsche. That's exactly what he's talking about, is that any of those stars, anybody, whoever they are, they started just like you. They started exactly where you were at, or similar, in your shoes, and they were able to use consistency and just create that net big enough so that when people did hear about them, they were able to look it up, and they just kept going, kept building their brand that way. Then obviously at some point it's going to become self-sustaining. You're going to be making lifetime money off of it, and then you just keep rocking and rolling and just have the best ride you can. But yeah, I appreciate everybody checking out this video. Of course, always like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still looking for for some more subscribers out there. And if you have any questions, you could message them me if you'd like to see a specific video on anything or anything like that. I'm always open. I check this at least once every 24 hours. That's the same for all my media platforms here. But just let me know what's going on. Let me know how I'm doing, what you like, what you don't like. We'll be in touch. And to steal from another one of my favorite YouTubers, Into the Mystery 13, love yourself.